Hello student. In last video we started the high ceiling or loop diuretics. These are the powerful diuretics among the all the classes of diuretics. We have seen the classification. It classified under three classes: organomercurial compound, 5-sulfoamyl 2 and 3 aminobenzoic acid, and phenoxyacetic acid derivatives. Organomercurial compounds, they are used in between 1926 to 1950 because of numbers of side effects. They are discontinued from the therapy. Here the side effects we have discussed in earlier video. Then next class, the 5-sulfoamyl 2 and 3 aminobenzoic acid derivatives we started. Here the general structure of 3 aminobenzoic acid and here the 2 aminobenzoic acid. Then we have seen the SAR, structure activity relationship of this class. The substitution at one position should be acidic. It is carboxylic group. Sulfoamyl group should be present. SO2NH2 group should be present at fifth position. The activating group X, generally mostly it is chlorine. It may be a phenoxy, alkoxy and many other groups. The difference between two classes, that is 5-sulfoamyl 2 aminobenzoic acid and 3 aminobenzoic acid, is the functional group which is present at the amine group. Here only few moieties can be acceptable at the 2 aminobenzoic acid. That moieties are furfuryl, benzyl, thionyl methyl. These are the only allowed at the amine group. Groups are allowed substitution. In 3 amino group, many groups can be tolerated or can be acceptable. The example of 5-sulfoamyl 3 aminobenzoic acid derivative is bumetanide and pyretanide. Your syllabus contain only one, that is bumetanide. So up till this we have studied. Now we study the next, the drugs which are included under the class loop diuretic. The first drug is furosemide. This is the structure of the furosemide. The IUPAC name is 4-chloro-N-furfuryl 5-sulfoamyl anthranylic acid. Now anthranylic acid is the benzene ring having COH and NH2. The H is replaced by this group. Anthranylic acid. So basic moiety for IUPAC name consider is the anthranylic acid, that is COH and NH2. The hydrogen of NH2 is replaced with this group. So for IUPAC nomenclature, the 4-chloro, this it started from carboxylic group numbering 1 2 3 4. 4-chloro and furfuryl, this group, total group CH2 and this furan ring, this total is called as furfuryl group, and this group is attached to the nitrogen of the anthranylic acid, so N-furfuryl. And 5-sulfoamyl, this is the fifth position. Here SO2NH2 sulfoamyl group is attached, so this is 5-sulfoamyl, and basic nucleus is the anthranylic acid. So this is the IUPAC name of furosemide. Now furosemide is a highly effective and quick acting diuretic whose action, like all the other loop diuretic, it block the reabsorption of ions at ascending loop of Henle. It is used for the treatment of edema of lungs and brain and some other hypertonic crisis, or it is also used in the poisoning cases, barbiturate drug, which are, and the other drugs which are mostly excreted through the urine. In that poisoning of the drug, this furosemide is used. Along diuretic effect, it also dilate the peripheral vessels. So it is frequently used in the combination with other antihypertensive drugs. So main uses are in treatment of edema and as a antihypertensive drug. Next drug is the bumetanide. Bumetanide, this is the structure of bumetanide. Here the for IUPAC name is 3-butyl-amino 4-phenoxy 5-sulfoamyl benzoic acid. Benzoic acid, as you know, the benzene ring with carboxylic group. This is the benzoic acid and numbering start from the carboxylic group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3-butyl-amino. Here the butyl chain with amine group and it is attached to the third position of the benzoic acid. So 3-butyl-amino. Then next the phenoxy group. This group is present at fourth position. So 4-phenoxy and last 5-sulfamyl SO2. This is sulfamyl group present at fifth position. So name is 3-butyl-amino 4-phenoxy 5-sulfamyl benzoic acid. Similarly, bumetanide is also used for the relieving the edema associated with the cardiac insufficiency, liver and kidney diseases. It is also used in the combination with the antihypertensive agent. So this is about the drugs under this class. Next, mechanism of action of loop diuretic. Here the ascending loop of Henle, thick ascending loop of Henle. Here the tubular fluid, here the blood vessel or peritubal capillary or blood. No transport system is present at descending loop of Henle. Loop of Henle, two parts, ascending and descending. In ascending loop of Henle, there is present of the transport system, but descending loop of Henle, it does not have any transport system. Ascending loop of Henle contains the transport system for sodium, potassium, chloride ions from lumen to the ascending limb cell. The position of this transport system, it is present from lumen to the ascending limb cells. So in this figure you can see the transport system for the sodium, potassium, chloride. Along with these ions, there is also having the transport system for magnesium and calcium. Loop diuretics block this co-transporter or transport system. The loop diuretic bind to this transport system and blockage the absorption of sodium, potassium, chloride, the magnesium and calcium ion from tubular fluid to the blood or peritubal capillary. So because of blocking of this transport system, these ions remain present in tubular fluid. It does not absorb and it get excreted. Along with this ion, water also get excreted. It also does not reabsorb into the blood. So this is the mechanism of action. Simple mechanism of action: loop diuretic block this transport system for sodium, potassium, chloride along with magnesium and calcium, and this ion retain in tubular fluid and it get excreted along with the water. So this is mechanism of action of loop diuretic. Adverse effect of this class. First adverse effect, it produces hypokalemic alkalosis. Loss of potassium, it is responsible for the hypokalemia. Then at higher doses or continue therapy, there may be chances of fluid and electrolyte losses. The ions get excreted along with water. It may cause fluid and electrolyte loss. Reduction in plasma volume may result from the long-term use of this steroid. As earlier said, loss of fluid, it causes reduction in the plasma volume. It leads to increase in the reabsorption of solute normally by the proximal tubule. Due to blockage of reabsorption at loop of Henle, this solute or these ions, it may reabsorb more through the proximal tubules. Then some kind of hypersensitivity reactions or allergic reaction like urticaria, fever, or interstitial nephritis, swelling of nephritis. These are the side effects or the adverse effect of the loop diuretics. Next part under this loop diuretic is synthesis of furosemide. Furosemide, it is synthesized in simple manner from 2,4-dichlorobenzoic acid. This is 2,4-dichlorobenzoic acid, which is converted into the 5-amino sulfonyl 4,6-dichlorobenzoic acid, converted into 5-amino sulfonyl 5-amino sulfonyl 2,4-dichlorobenzoic acid on treatment with chlorosulfonic acid and ammonia. This chlorosulfonic acid, there is introduction of SO2Cl group at this position, SO2Cl, and chlorine, the chlorine group is replaced with the NH2 group when it is reacted with ammonia. And this compound on reaction with furfurylamine, there is synthesis of the furosemide. On reacting this second product with the furfurylamine, it gives the furosemide. So this is the synthesis of the furosemide. Okay, thank you for listening. Thank you very much.